your daily horoscope and energy reading for June 2nd. What is significant about June 2nd? Guys, it's a full moon. It's a full moon that we are going to have in Sagittarius. So let's talk about Sagittarius's full moon. When you have a moon in Sagittarius, if you go under an emotional issue, if something happens to you, you tend to look at it on a very large scale, and you can walk easily away from the emotional issue. Because Sagittarius energy is all about optimizing life. It's all about optimizing, experience. It's all about, looking at everything in the higher mind. It's about hopes, dreams, wishes. It's about looking at your life on a really broad scale and trying to generate what you see your future becoming. So let's talk about that because it's super important. This is my poppers, and we're just chilling. He's like, "Why, Mom? Why aren't you in bed?" So let's talk about that. The Sun in Gemini is going to be opposing the Moon in Sagittarius. Sun in Gemini energy is your lower mind. Okay, it's short distance travel. Okay, let's put it this way. Everything that Gemini is, Sagittarius is almost the opposite of. So let's look at this. So Sagittarius energy is like long distance travel. It's like hopes, dreams, and wishes. It's like really broad thinking. It's like it wants to walk about and always be out there. It can actually wander around significant times alone. It's very debatable. It's more of a fixed energy. So once it gets its mind set on something, it wants to make these changes and wants to make it, in a very big arena. Okay, everything that Sagittarius does is big. They party big. They have fun big. Not that Gemini doesn't. But Gemini energy is more focused on Gemini. So let's talk about that. So Sagittarius energy is your ninth house energy. Okay? And then Gemini energy is on the lower end of your chart. So if you were to look at your natal chart, it's split in half. At the top of the chart is going to be how you go through life, how you affect others, how you ascend through your life, the impact that you make in life, what your career goals are. It's like how you branch out. So here's your tree, and it's like how you actually the leaves on your tree are up here, and it's like how you reach for the sun and get fed, and it's everything that feeds your soul and makes you a more significant person, right? All right. Sorry, I had to reposition myself because my dog got off. Okay, so you have your tree. You're up here, and you're just like reaching for the stars, and you're wanting that life-sustaining force, and you're up here, and you want the world to feed you. You want energy to feed you. You want to approach life optimistically. You're fun-loving. That's Sagittarius energy. It's it's up here in your chart. Gemini energy is down here. It's how you grew up. It's how you learned how to get what you wanted at a young age. It's how you learned how to communicate. It's all the levels of thinking when you were young. People who were born in Gemini energy, those people learned, if they have prominent areas in Gemini, like say they have their sun in Gemini, or they have their moon in Gemini, or if they have their rising in Gemini, that means they know how to communicate on all levels. So it's not just elevated thinking like Sagittarius is, and Sagittarius can kind of blow your mind with sometimes how deep they get and how broad their thinking is, and the concepts that they want you to absorb, I mean, it can kind of go over your head. Whereas with Gemini thinking, Gemini can appeal to all levels of learning. They can appeal to the most basic levels of learning, and then they can go up from there. So I really want you to, like, know that when you have this energy like this, it can just be everywhere. And both of these energies, I do want to emphasize, both of these energies are mutable energies. So it's very hard to pin down either a Sagittarius energy or a Gemini energy. So if you're trying to make a decision right now, you're going fracking insane, because your Sagittarius moon is it's not about making a decision. It's about exploring. It's about looking at all the options. It's about talking to people. It's about integrating lifestyles. It's about looking at everything, but on a spiritual level. There's so much that goes into Sagittarius energy. It's about hopes, dreams, wishes. It's just about, there's so much thinking going on. So if something comes up emotionally, you're not going to act on it. You're going to think about it. You're going to want to walk around and internalize it. You're going to talk about it with people in your circles. It's going to be people that you respect that you talk about, that think like you, and really reflect what you're thinking. You're going to be in that mode. This moon is afflicted, and the full moons have been afflicted, and I know that I keep saying that, and you're like, well, when is the moon's going to get better? Well, afflicted moons are good moons. Full moons are cumulative energy. No doubt you've been feeling this energy building in a specific area. Now, if you haven't, and I truly, honestly, personally, the only thing I've been thinking about is like my schedule and, what I want to do for the rest of my life. And of course, that's all Sagittarius energy, and Sagittarius energy set in Saturn. And it's making me think about the rest of my life. Like, how do I want to live it? Like, how, I'm old. And so I'm thinking about, well, how do I want to spend the rest of the days of my life? Do I want to be, me for the rest of my life? Not what somebody pays me to be. And that's where my brain's at. For you guys, it could be in relationships. It could be in, it definitely at some point has been in relationships. It's definitely been in home and family situations. It's definitely been in your core values, in your core self, how you see yourself. It's definitely been in your emotional well-being all over me. You're really evaluating, what do you consider significant? You probably had these stupid ideals that you made based on fear and based on, trying to maintain your personal power. But now you're rethinking all of those, and you're looking at them, and you're analyzing them in a Sagittarius mind, and you're thinking that life's too short. I should just have fun. I should just, if this isn't working for me, I need to let it go, because life is about getting better. It's about experiencing life, and it's about making life be what it is. I mean, that's what I see here. Neptune energy in Pisces is going to be squaring off with Mercury and the Sun and Mars. To me, all this energy is saying is that you've got duality. You've got two duality energies squaring each other, right? They're asking a big question, and this question's going on again today. And it's like, hey guys, what's taking away your personal power? What's taking away the ability to push forward and move forward with gusto? Are you standing in your own way? Is there poor coping methods that you fall back on when times get tough, that truly stands in the way of absolute happiness? It's all about personal power. We all need to take stands for ourselves and say, I know I can be this, but there's some hesitation. There's some past issue that just haunts us in our heads and makes us not be able to like fully move forward. We're revisiting those things, and we revisit them in May, and we're tying them up in a cute little bow. I told you we took a lot out of our suitcases. We decided that, you know, the past can't be rewrote. So what do we do to generate a new future? Is it a new future with that person? Okay, so if it's a new future with that person, then what are they saying to you? What are they trying to communicate? Use your higher mind. Get out of your own way. Get out of the thinking that you normally do in your life. The thinking that you program and that you feel comfortable in because that's where you're at. Get out of that mindset and let's start getting into the mindset of a new elevated thinking, a new way of being, a new future. I mean, new. Okay? And in order to do that, and it doesn't matter. If you want to start something back up with your past, then approach it in a new way. Don't do the same old BS you guys have been doing. It ain't going to work. Because guess what they're on to, you guys? Neptune squaring off all your crap. So nothing works. You know, if you're a politician out there and you're spewing the same old crap out, but you got caught with your pants down, guess what? It don't work. Nothing works right now. You got to do something different to make people respect you again, to make people take you seriously again, and to make a new future for yourself. You've got to be present. You've got to be passionate. And you know what? If you're living in a fantasy Libra world, then you won't ever get to that point. That's all I'm trying to say. So enjoy the Sagittarius full moon. Yes, you're going to be met with opposition. Yes, accumulation could mean an ending. Okay, but it could also mean an ending and then a new beginning. And that's what you got to think about when you think about this stuff. Energy, people leave. People leave your lives all the time. You know what? Jobs change and new dynamics happen and you've got to let go and you've got to explore. You actually, at this point, I've got to start thinking about making yourself equally as important as others. I mean, there's an equality in this energy. It's not about, you know, one energy gets more importance than the other. We're equal. So, you know, I'm no more important than you are. I'm no more important than the people that I work with. You know, my life, if I make an obligation to something, is equally as important as it is to everything else. And that's how broad your thinking needs to go moving forward, especially in June. And you will receive a benefit this month. If you go forward with that kind of energy, if you move forward with I'm going to make a difference in my past, I'm going to make a difference in my present, and I'm going to make a difference in my future, guess what? This is going to be a benefic month. Thank you for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you again tomorrow.